5 Premier League games, 0 defeats. One name on every Manchester United fan's lips, Saman. When he first arrived at Old Trafford on the final day of the summer transfer window, nobody, and I mean nobody, expected this story. A some-year-old Belgian goalkeeper, fresh from Royal Antwerp, thrown into the most intense league in the world, the Premier League. A kid with potential, sure, but not yet ready for the spotlight. Or so we thought. And yet, here we are. Let's rewind the clock. The day Saman signed, social media was split. Some fans asked, who is this guy? Others shrugged it off. Just a backup, another experiment. But Saman didn't care about opinions. He came to Manchester to prove he belonged, and after just 1 month, he's showing the world exactly that. 5 games in, and he hasn't lost a single one. His stats? Impressive. But it's not just about numbers, it's about presence. Confidence and a kind of fearless energy that every great goalkeeper must have. This kid has it. Let's talk about that night, the one that got everyone's attention, Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United under the lights of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The crowd was electric, the stakes sky high. United were desperate for a statement performance. Tottenham, equally hungry, came at them in waves. But between those white posts stood a young man who simply refused to be beaten. Moment 1. The impossible save minute Oshipsa. Wilson Odobert storms down the left flank, sends in a wicked cross that sails past De Ligt and dips right into the danger zone. Christian Romero charges in. A single touch bang from 5 yards out. The stadium gasps. But in the blink of an eye, Saman stretches out his leg, reflex save, the ball ricochets out of the box. You could hear the disbelief ripple through the stands. That save? Statistically, the expected goal value was as high as a penalty. In other words, 9 out of 10 times, that's a goal. Not this time. Barely 2 minutes later, chaos again. Tottenham win a free kick after Cunha's foul on Savim. Spence delivers a teasing ball to the far post. Casemiro clears it, but it drops perfectly for Joao Palhinha. Palhinha swings a quick volley through Maguire's legs. The ball screams toward the bottom corner, and once again, Saman saves! A diving reaction, fingertips to the ball, denying a certain goal. This wasn't luck. This was pure anticipation, elite reflexes, and nerves of steel. Now, if you slow down those 2 moments, you see something special. On the first, Romero's shot is from just a few feet away. Most keepers can't even react in time. But Saman lowers his stance early, reads the striker's intent, and kicks out his leg at the exact millisecond needed. It's textbook reflex goalkeeping and yet instinctive. On the second, he's partially screened by both Maguire and De Ligt. He can't see the shot, but he feels it coming. He anticipates, he adjusts his balance, and when the shot rockets through traffic, he's already diving. That's what separates good goalkeepers from great ones. Instinct before sight. Saman's evolution since his debut is nothing short of remarkable. Yes, there was that early mistake, a casual clearance that led to a corner, but the way he recovered tells you everything about his mentality. After that shaky start, he turned into a fortress. By full time, he'd recorded PEG% success rate on sweeper actions outside the box, improved long passing accuracy to Sasha%, and a calm command of the penalty area rarely seen in goalkeepers his age. Despite conceding 2 goals, late on, neither was his fault. One deflection off De Ligt, one unfortunate flick off Richarlison, both unstoppable. But the takeaway? Manchester United trust their new no. Some Shabir now, and the fans? They're starting to believe. Let's talk numbers, because the numbers never lie. In his first 5 Premier League games, Saman has faced Ishibku's shots on target. He's saved Ishibi of them a stunning 70% save rate. He's averaged Ilcham's half. Goals prevented per match, that means he's saving more than 1 goal that should have been scored every game, and that's not all. His distribution, once a weakness, is improving fast. Short passes, long diagonals, even under pressure, the kid's growing in confidence. Critics were waiting to pounce. After his debut, pundits compared him unfavorably to Andre Onana, saying his footwork wasn't sharp enough, that he lacked composure. But after cool shit minutes in North London, those critics vanished. Mark Bosnich, former United goalkeeper, summed it up perfectly. If you want to win games, you need a great goalkeeper. And United have found one. High praise and well deserved. Late in the match, United trailed by a goal, desperation time. Corner kick for United, and suddenly the entire stadium saw something unbelievable. Saman sprinted forward from his box, the goalkeeper joining the attack. The cross came in. Spurs' defenders panicked. Saman's movement drew players out of position, leaving Matthijs de Ligt completely unmarked at the far post. A perfect header. Il. And while the Dutchman got the goal, make no mistake, Saman created the chaos that made it possible. That moment told us something deeper about him. He's not just a shot stopper, he's a thinker. He understood that his presence alone could disrupt the defense. He didn't need to touch the ball, he just needed to be there. That's the mark of a smart player, a footballer who knows how to shift the geometry of the pitch in his favor. After the game, Saman spoke with humility and composure that surprised even the journalists. Yes, I've heard people say there's pressure at Manchester United, but I welcome it, he said. It's an honor to play for such a great club. Pressure means people care, and I'm not afraid of that. He even laughed when asked about fans calling him the next Peter Schmeichel. That's a huge compliment, but I'm just Saman trying to help my team. That's class. That's character. That's United spirit. The Premier League isn't kind to newcomers, especially goalkeepers. Saman admitted in one interview that the biggest challenge was the set pieces. In England, defenders wrestle you, block you, push you, and the referees. They often let it go. He said, in the Premier League, it's like a battle in the box. You get pulled, pushed, and no one calls it. You have to stay strong and be ready for everything. It's brutal, it's raw, but it's also what makes English football so special. And Saman, he's learning fast. Those who've been at Carrington United's training ground say he's one of the hardest working players on the squad. He's the first to arrive, last to leave, studies opponents, analyzes his own footage, spends hours talking with the goalkeeping coach. He even asks veterans like Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes about body positioning during corners to better anticipate shots and deflections. That's not just dedication, that's obsession with improvement. And in football, obsession creates greatness. Manager Ruben Amorim, yes, the young Portuguese tactician brought in to steady the ship, has publicly praised Saman's mindset. He said in an interview, "He surprised me with how well he handles pressure. For someone so young, he has the calm of a veteran." That's high praise from a coach known for demanding excellence. Under Amorim's system, which emphasizes possession and composure from the back, Saman's footwork is improving every week. He's learning when to play short, when to go long, when to reset, and you can see the confidence spreading across the backline. The defenders now trust him. They don't panic. That trust is priceless. After the Tottenham match, there was a noticeable shift in how fans talked about him. The doubters began to turn into believers. Comments on social media changed from, "Who is this kid?" to "Saman might actually be the real deal." Fan chants even started echoing his name during home games. He went from being the backup nobody knew to the young star everyone's watching. But football isn't just about talent, it's also about timing and luck. Saman has had his share of bad breaks, unlucky deflections, awkward rebounds, goals he couldn't possibly stop. But even in those moments, he never points fingers, he never blames his defenders. He just resets, refocuses, and keeps fighting. That mentality, that's the DNA of a top goalkeeper. You can already see the growing connection between him and the defenders, especially with de Ligt and Luke Shaw. Communication, trust, anticipation, they're all clicking. There's less panic during high balls, fewer breakdowns during corners. When your keeper is calm, your whole defense breathes easier. And Saman, for all his youth, has brought that calm back to Old Trafford. When asked about his inspirations, Saman mentioned some big names: Peter Schmeichel, Edwin van der Sar, David de Gea. But what's interesting is that he doesn't compare himself to them. He studies them, learns from their styles, takes pieces of each and shapes them into his own game. Schmeichel's command of the box, Van der Sar's distribution, De Gea's reflexes. And when you combine all that with a modern keeper's athleticism, you get someone like Saman. It's still early days, 5 games don't make a legend, but the signs are there. He's got the physical tools, agility, quick hands, strong positioning. He's got the mental toughness, calm under chaos, and most importantly, he's got the hunger to improve. Manchester United fans have seen it all: the glory days, the heartbreaks, the rebuilds, but what they're seeing now in Saman is something fresh. A glimpse of stability in goal, a keeper who can be trusted when it matters most. And maybe, just maybe, this is how great stories begin. Not with headlines or hype, but with a quiet kid from Belgium proving himself one save at a time, 5 games, 5 unbeaten, a dream start at the Theatre of Dreams.